Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kira and today we're talking budget colouring in supplies. When I first got started on my colouring in journey, I had no idea to start when it came to supplies, and all the videos I looked up to sort of guide me in the right direction, there were some pricey items. And I'm a gal who's in her 20s who doesn't have lots of money to spend, so a lot of the supplies that people were recommending I just didn't have within my budget. So I'm hoping this video will help anybody else out there who's looking for some colouring in supplies that sure might not be top of the range, but you can still create some pretty awesome pages with. And I also think the great thing about colouring is that it can suit any budget. If you want to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, you go ahead and do that. If you want to spend $20, you can also do that. So coloring really is not limited to any specific sort of income bracket. So just know that whatever your budget is, you can also enjoy the magic of coloring in. Also at the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit of a wish list. These are items that I'm hoping to add to my coloring supply collection one day, but you know, I might just not have the funds to do so at the moment. I will put a disclaimer out there that I am Australian, so a lot of these items you can get online, like quite a few of these things are from Amazon, but some things are just from Australian stores, but I'm sure there is something equivalent within your region. Of course, the first supply we have to talk about is coloring pencils. I literally only own one set of coloring in pencils, like normal pencils. It's the 160 set of Brute Funers. Obviously, you do not have to get this large of a set, but I'm someone who just loves color and I want all the colors. And these are actually on sale at the moment from Amazon for $35. Yeah, I know, right? And I will say these, I think, are just the perfect beginner pencil. And perhaps it's good that I've never tried a higher quality pencil because I'm just, I guess, ignorant to what a higher quality pencil feels like, but I feel like these do a really decent job. I can get a really smooth blend. The color range is really nice. The only downside, I would say, which might not even be a downside for you, I know it's not for me, is that the light fastness is not very good. And the only reason I know that is because I often leave my swatch card out on my table, which is right under a window. And so I should really stop doing that, but often I have to make a new swatch card because the color just like fades from the page. But if you're just doing coloring in pages and not leaving your works of art out in the open, this is a great beginner set of pencils. Next up is a pencil that I have repurchased 3 times, the Prismacolor Colorless Blender Pencil. This retails for around $3.30. And by the way, all of these prices are obviously in Australian dollars. But yeah, this one retails for around $3.30. However, if you buy them in bulk, you can get them for like around $2 each. And this just performs magic on my coloring in pages. This is how I often get a seamless blend. Next up, we have some watercolor pencils. This set here was my first watercolor pencil set. These are just the normal Derwent watercolor pencils. This is the 12 set and it does retail for $33, which can be on the slightly more expensive side, depending on, you know, your own personal opinion. These are great if you're not doing like heaps of work with watercolor pencil, but you just want to add a nice base to your page. I actually didn't purchase these myself. I found them in my mum's cupboard and stole them. Don't tell her. However, if you want a more budget-friendly option, I recently picked up the Born watercolor pencil set. Born is like Officeworks' home brand, I suppose. And so if you're not in Australia, I would just go to your local office, craft supply store, see if they have a home brand and just try out their supplies, because usually it's the brand that adds the dollars onto a product. I do think the quality is not as great as the Derwents, but I think they do a pretty decent job. And so you can get this 36 pack for $28. If you press hard on the page, it is a bit of a struggle to get a nice blend, but if you're just doing it for like a wash of color on your page, these do the trick. And I just wanted to get a larger set of watercolors because I love color and I just want to have more options. Ooh, my goodness. These here are also from the Born brand, and these are acrylic markers. I truly believe every colorist needs some sort of white paint pen, and these do the trick for me. Are they as great as Posca's? No, they are not, but they are a hell of a lot cheaper. I will admit, I do find sometimes that the colored ones go through the page if you do too many layers, but I've never had an issue with the white, and that's the one that I use pretty much all the time. I have bought several of these. You can actually buy a 4-pack of just the white ones, and they also come in a variety of sizes too. And I'm pretty sure you can get like pastel colors, metallic colors. The world is your oyster. But yeah, the 8-pack with like all the different colors retails for, hold on, I've got my computer here, $29. But if you just want the 4-pack of the white, $9.60, which I think is pretty gosh darn good. I do kind of wish they had a slightly thinner option, because sometimes I feel like once you've used the pen for a while, it can kind of clog up the tip and it gets a bit too thick. But it does the trick for now, and I can still create some really awesome like details and highlights on a page with this bad boy. We then have these gorgeous glitter gel pens. These are a favorite among the coloring community. These are the Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallic Gel Pens. It also comes with a white gel pen, which is a great staple to have in your coloring supply collection. And the really cool thing about these ones is that each pen has several different like reflex in it, different colored glitter. So if I pick out this green one here, it is a light green ink color, but then has metallic blue and red in it. I would definitely swatch these out if you purchase these, because sometimes the color can look different because of the different metallic shimmers in it. You can tell I'm still learning all the terminology, but these are gorgeous. I do love the look of the, I think it's like the Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust pens, but they can get quite pricey over here in Australia. So these are a great alternative, and they retail for $28.50. Next up is an alcohol marker that we all know and love, the Ohuhu markers. Unfortunately, most of mine are dried out because I purchased these in 2020. And yeah, a lot of them are dried out. The nibs are all scratchy and funky. And whilst these aren't the cheapest alcohol markers you can buy, for the price point, they are so good. I do have like a couple of Copic markers and they are better than this, but Copic markers, so expensive. I feel like this might be the 72 set, which generally retails for around $90 on the Amazon Australia website. However, I also believe you can get individual refills of this, but honestly, so many of mine are dried out that I might as well just like buy a new set. Now, these next items are from a store here in Australia called Choices, which is basically like a $2 shop, but things aren't $2, they're more than that. But they're very cheap in comparison to a lot of places. This here I think is a magnificent invention. This is a water brush, which literally you just fill in the, I don't know, what do you call it? The barrel? You fill it in with water and then literally you can just squeeze it as you're using your watercolors or your watercolor pencil, and the water just comes out. So you don't need to have like a jar next to you. You can get 2 of these from Choices for $3.50. And sometimes at the end of the day, you get what you pay for, but honestly, this does the trick for me. Yet again, one of those situations where I don't know any better. So here you go. I then also got these assorted paint brushes, Montmartre. I'm probably butchering that so much, but that's like the really cheap art brand here in Australia. And I also use these if I ever want to add like a little bit of paint to a page, or also for my watercolor pencils. This is just a good 4-piece set that is like $5. And then this here, I'm gonna be honest, I have only used this like once or twice. This is Clear Texture Gesso. I have used this on my Johanna Basford Rooms of Wonder book so that I could use alcohol markers in it, and I wasn't a fan because it kind of ruins the alcohol markers because it adds so much tooth to the page. But I'm wondering if I should try this in my Amazon book. If you've tried this on Amazon paper before, let me know. I'm wondering if this will make it easier to blend my colored pencils. I don't know. I'm too scared to try. And finally, the biggest hack I have for you, coloring purists might scream at me, a $3 hairspray bottle. If you find that your glitter gel pen, pencils, pastels sometimes transfer to the opposite page, give it a bit of a once over with some hairspray. Someone in the comments is probably gonna tell me, no, don't do that, but it works for me. Though make sure you are done with the page when you spray this on, because once it's on, it ain't moving. One day I will hopefully get some like normal gel fixative spray, but your gal's on a budget and this does the trick, so we're going with it. And that's pretty much all of my supplies. I do have a few other bits and bobs, but a lot of stuff I've kind of stolen from my mum's collection because she used to do a lot of scrapbooking in the day, so I've kind of just stolen the odd piece here and there. But those are the main things I would recommend for anyone starting off on their coloring journey or just on a budget and want some good budget supplies. Now, if you want to know what books I own, check out my last video because I talked all about my coloring book collection in that video. So now let's head into my coloring supply wish list. These are items that are a little bit higher, you know, price point, but I hope one day I can slowly add to my collection. And this first one I know is going to be a little bit controversial for some of you. I do want the 150 set of Prismacolors. Everyone has them. I've heard how buttery soft they are, and that is just my personal favorite kind of pencil to own. I did plant the seed in my mum's brain that I would love them for my birthday next month if she happens to get them. But I will say that if I do get the Prismacolors, I still want to do a lot with my Brute Funers, so if you are on a budget, you can sort of follow along with my color combinations and stuff like that. But yeah, I just really want the Prismacolors. Don't hate me, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm easily influenced, but they just look so nice. Next up are the Sakura Jelly Roll Glaze Pens. I've seen my Colorful Country Life use these and they just look so nice. I haven't seen any sort of other product out there that has that same sort of glossy effect. If you know of anything, let me know. But sometimes I want to add some sort of extra element to a page that isn't glitter, and I feel like these are a great option for that. Another pencil set that I don't foresee myself getting these anytime soon. This would definitely be like a few years off, I think, for me, but I think I would eventually like to try the Derwent Inktense pencils. Maybe I would start with a smaller set, see how I like them, and then expand. But I really love the fact that you can layer on top of them so that, you know, once it's dry, you can add an extra element on top and then wet that and it doesn't affect the bottom layer. I think also just after the watercolor experience that I do have with these cheaper pencils, the Derwent Inktense will just change the game for me. Something I've also seen a lot of are stickles. I love me some glitter, and these just look like the perfect glittery addition without sort of being too opaque. I don't know how easy it is to get stickles here in Australia. I did find one website and they sell like one for $4. That seems like a reasonable price point to me. And then, as I was kind of touching upon in this video, I do want to get a new set of alcohol markers just because mine are very much dead. But this time I want to try the 96 pastel color set. These are really hard to get your hands on here in Australia, like they sell out super duper quick. But the reason why I want the pastel ones over the normal set is because since I use them as a base layer, my alcohol markers, it's better to have lighter colors because then you can easily add shadow with your colored pencils. And now I'm going to chat about the coloring books that are on my radar. A book that I want to get super soon is Rita Berman's Europa book. I love her Asia book, and the Europa one just screams to me as well. For some reason the Africa one doesn't appeal to me. I'm not sure why. Now this book here is very much not a coloring in book that I would usually be drawn towards, but I saw here on YouTube, I believe Elm Colors. She loves this book. I don't know how to say it in French, but I believe it is translated into English as fur balls. Could you imagine just looking on a shelf here in Australia and seeing a colouring in book called Fur Balls? I don't know, I just find that so funny. Anyway, yeah, this book isn't one I would usually be drawn towards because there's quite a lot of negative space, or not negative space necessarily, but quite large sections to colour in. And usually I'm someone who doesn't like too much big space on my colouring in page because I get too bored if I have to colour one section in one colour for ages. But what got me in this book is that there seems to be so many otters in it, and I don't know what it is about otters, but I just love otters. I think otters are so cute, and I also want to learn how to color animal fur, and I think this book will be great for that. Another book on my radar, which I don't think has actually been released yet, is the Magical Woodland Coloring Book by Kate Pellerin. This book is a little bit pricey considering it's only got 30 illustrations in it, but apparently the quality of the paper is absolutely incredible and the images just look so fun. They're very fantasy-like and quirky and something that I don't usually gravitate towards. So I think this would be a great book to purchase to do more alcohol marker-based work. And then the final book on my wish list is a Lulu Mayo book, and it is A Million Baby Animals. I'm very much an animal lover, so this book just seems so cute to me. I've seen lots of flip throughs on YouTube, and I definitely think it'd be a great one to add to my collection because I don't really own any sort of kawaii style coloring in books. And I definitely think I could just have so much fun with lots of color on those pages. And so that's all that's on my wish list at the moment. I do have a few other artists that I'm sort of eyeing off at the moment. I've been looking at a lot of R.J. Hampson's books. Also, I think it's a Japanese illustrator called Yuri, though I'm pretty sure it costs an arm and a leg to get those books over here in Australia. And I'm also contemplating Hannah Carlzon. The thing is, when it comes to coloring books, I am a little bit picky. As I was saying, I don't like too much space to color in, but I also don't like too detailed images either. I kind of like a nice balance between the two. I also don't like portraits. I don't know why portraits just don't appeal to me. I think yet again because I can't do lots of color on the skin and stuff like that. I don't mind people in the images, but I just don't want them to be the forefront of the page. If anyone has any good Australian illustrators that they know of, let me know because I love supporting local artists. I know there's Millie Morotta, but her pages are sometimes just a bit too busy for me with all the sort of designs. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope I gave you some good recommendations for some budget coloring in supplies. Have a good day, have a good life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!